Welcome back to Kitchen 143. I am your host, Michelle Aventajado, your mama in Manila, and I am excited to get in the kitchen with some of my guests and, of course, my daughter today. Happy Mother's Day, Mother's Month to all of the mamas out there. It's been a really busy month for us over here at Rappler, and this is why I am super excited to kind of ease in, wind down, and of course, get back to our everyday routines. And for everyone who's watching, I hope that amidst all of the excitement and the activities that the elections has brought, none of us have forgotten to celebrate our moms. I hope you guys celebrated your mothers. Of course, this episode is dedicated to all of the mamas out there, mamas to be. Even mamas who you would like to celebrate who might not even be related to you, right? Because we have mother figures. It's dedicated to all of these women, the women behind the scenes, the women who make things work, the women who make things happen. And of course, we know that we don't need Mother's Day as an excuse to celebrate these special women. Okay, I am excited to welcome Samantha Mutok of the Flower Gallery, and of course, best friends and business partners Celine Gabrielle Lim and Tina Triliana Lagdameo, and of course, my own daughter and bestie, Chia Aventajado. Okay, as always, we need to watch out for the quiz the cook questions. I hope you guys are watching, my regulars who really love to come in and, of course, share all this goodness. We love sharing this goodness with all of you, the kitchen love. 5 winners will take home the following: healthy goodies from Honest Junk, an anti-mosquito care package from Kiele Naturals, lump crab and claw meat from Pier 717. 3 winners will win floral arrangements from the Flower Gallery PH, and from Kosori Philippines, 2 winners will be lucky enough to get 1 air fryer each. 2 more will get a super amazing glass kettle that they can use at home, and 1 will win a coffee warmer. So if you are watching and you want to win, make sure you are tuning in from the Mama and Manila Facebook page, the Rappler Facebook page, but you can watch anywhere on Rappler on Twitter, YouTube, and of course the website. We're broadcasting live, and we want to know where you are signing in from. So if you are watching, leave in the comment section where you're coming in from. Say hello. Maybe tag your mom. Maybe you want her to watch with us. And I'm so excited for all of you guys. It's been a while since we've been back. So let's see how some of our viewers, where they're tuning in from. And while we're doing that, let's welcome Celine and Tina on cam.
Hi.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, everyone.
Happy Mother's Month.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Month.
Yes, happy
That's
Mother's
right.
Month, ladies.
Happy Mother's Year.
Yes, well, 2 years. We've actually been rocking it out, right?
That's
For the
right.
last 2 years. Okay, ladies, tell me first about your children, yourself. We're all mothers. And I think it's really funny right now because we're all multitasking mothers as well. We're all in different countries. So tell everyone where we're signing in. Guys, I'm signing in from New Jersey. I'm in the States. So Celine and Tina, why don't you
I'm signing in from Vancouver in Canada.
And I'm signing in from Manila.
This is the beauty of this show, right? We can share the kitchen love from anywhere. Ladies, tell me a little bit about how you started Kiele Naturals, and about your friendship also, and your motherhood.
Okay. I guess I can talk a little bit more about Kiele Naturals. So Kiele started in 2010, so it's been a while. And the beginning of Kiele Naturals is actually fairly simple. It started because, and it's kind of funny, but it started really just because I was always getting bitten by mosquitoes. So I always tell people, I'm that person. if you put me in a room like with 100 people, the mosquito will find me, you know. And I remember just thinking in my head that, like it's just so hard. Like I'm always getting bitten. I always have to, I'm always buying all these different anti-mosquito products. And I was always worried about what I was putting on my skin,
Right.
because it's really harsh. I don't want to name other brands, but you
Right.
know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So I was really wary of like the ingredients in some of the products that I was applying on my skin. And at the same time, I also just didn't like, I guess, the scent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I just remember thinking in my head, what if we could create a product that would be effective against mosquitoes, but at the same time, something that wouldn't smell bad, but
Right.
also be like just natural.
Right.
And luckily, I met someone who helped me. Like we did a little lab work.
Mm-hmm.
We did some product testing and stuff. And we came up with a product that I really, really super loved. Like the smell and everything. I loved it. And if I may be a little candid,
Of
I wasn't,
course.
I know, like I honestly wasn't really sure in the beginning if it was going to be um, effective, I guess, as an anti-mosquito. Like, I don't know if I should be admitting that live, but anyway, um, but it just smelled so good anyway. And we
Right.
really just started very small. So I figured, okay, you know what? We have this product that's an anti-mosquito. It smells good. And I'm gonna sell it to my friends, and my family. And let's just see,
Right.
And so of course they bought from us because they wanted to support. Um, and later on though, it was really funny because then they just started, like from one bottle became two bottles, and then they
Right.
would order like three, and then all of a sudden they're like ordering five, they're ordering 10. And I'm like, what are you doing with 10 bottles? And they're like, oh, we need it in like every diaper bag. We put it in every
So
single
funny.
room, and I was like, okay. And then they were like, because it works so well, like, like it really works so well as an
It worked,
anti-mosquito, and it
pala.
really, yes, exactly, and it really smells so good. And
Surprise.
exactly, so I was like, wow, like that really felt so good to me, yeah,
And
and
you
then and
wanted it to
then
be natural. You wanted
and I
it to be
wanted
natural.
it to be natural. I wanted it to be plant-based because that was also around the time that my friends were having children,
Right.
and I knew that they were also very mindful of what
Yeah.
they buy for their children.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
could hear it from their conversations. At that time, I didn't have a child, but
Right.
like I would just hear them talking about it. So I wanted something that would be safe for their own kids
Right.
as well. And yeah, so there. And so when people started buying, and mind you, these weren't just our friends anymore. These were like
Right.
their friends of friends of friends
Right.
until they were people that I didn't actually know.
So when did you
Um,
join Mommy Mundo? Because that's when I found Kiel as well.
you know, I really don't know, Michelle. I don't
Yeah,
know when
because
I
I
started.
found that like, and I didn't even know it was you behind it, right? So this
Yeah.
mindfulness, you've had
Yes.
this mindfulness ever
Yes.
since.
Yeah. But
Um,
I think if I may interrupt, I think it's also because we have a lot of resellers.
uh-huh.
So there are people that ask
Oh,
to be
okay.
our resellers. So
Yeah.
there is a possibility that there are some resellers that had joined Mommy
So
Mundo
you yourself
without us.
never joined Mommy Mundo.
Yeah. I mean, later on I
Oh, we
did,
did.
but then I remember no,
Yeah.
later on we did, but before that, I think it's possible that we had resellers who
Oh, how
actually joined.
funny.
Yeah, because
How funny.
there was so many instances like that.
Okay,
So
so I know
yeah.
Celine, you're as mindful with, all of these products, and then Tina, you're mindful also, and you have a love for food. So even in the mindfulness of the food that you
Yeah.
put out, you're I know you're trained as, I think there's two of you on the episode today that are trained
Mhm.
for
Yeah,
cuisine.
I've always been an advocate for health and wellness. And so I wanted to translate that in within my family. I always say that my family, we won the genetic lotto. Like we have all the illnesses that can come with it, from
Oh,
heart, diabetes, everything. So, all the more I have to be more mindful with what I put in my body and what I feed my kids. So, um, yeah, that's how it happened. And Sal and I were talking about one day doing a business together, and then Honest Junk came along, and I wanted something that my kids could really just snack on, and without me like um, having a heart attack and be reading the ingredients at the back
right.
and be like, this isn't good for you. So I really we started thinking of our childhood favorite items that we
Yeah,
liked. So,
yeah.
example, our gummy bears, our
Who doesn't love
cookies.
gummy bears?
Yeah, yeah. Who doesn't love gummy bears? I
Mm,
mean, until now we eat gummy bears, right? So these
right.
are like our childhood snacks that we've always loved, and we wanted to make a healthier version of
So,
it.
other healthy choices that you make, I know you're also super conscious about, being physically
Fitness,
fit
yes,
and, not just what you put into your body, but what you do for your body and how you take care of it.
yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, so once upon a time, I had a fitness studio called Planaforma. It was the first of its kind in terms of a boutique fitness studio in the Philippines. So we specialized in the bar technique, and we opened our first branch, I believe, about 12 years ago
Okay.
in
So,
BGC.
just as long as Kiel is 12
Yes,
years ago also.
about that same time, and um, at the time, Kiel was also sold in Planaforma. I remember that.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then we branched out into several outlets and stuff like that. But unfortunately, with this pandemic, we couldn't really hold on longer,
Yeah.
because
yeah,
even if we had an online presence, we knew as well that we couldn't hold on to our brick and mortar
right,
studios.
right.
So late November last year, we decided, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
That's
We
okay.
decided to, I thought I put everything on hold. I'm going to close my phone. Sorry,
That's okay.
everyone.
That's
I'm
okay.
so sorry. That's my
No
daughter
problem.
calling, by the way. She's,
Okay, you can go ahead and take that. I'm going to
no,
say
no,
hello to
no.
some of the viewers. We have
Yes.
Jess Benito. Happy Mother's Month. She is a proud and happy mom of two. We have, let's see, Tyne Tahada. Hello, Tyne. Thanks for tuning in again. Glad to see you. We have Rich Vergara, who's watching from Pasig. Jess Benito, who is watching from Novaliches. Nene, yes. Cardenas. Kosori is very generous. You will be very excited if you win any of these prizes this episode. We have Kais Kana, who's tuning in from United Arab Emirates. Hello,
Wow.
Kai.
Hello.
Yes, so glad that you're here. Precious is watching from Quezon City, and Sarah is watching from Valenzuela. So, ladies, gents, thank you for tuning in. We are going to be chatting about all things motherhood, afternoon tea, healthy food, and of course, kitchen love with your kids. Okay, Celine, you guys
Yes.
have Keel together, and then
Yes.
you guys have Honest Junk.
Mm-hmm.
What was the inspiration behind Honest Junk? And, how
Okay.
did that come about?
Okay. So for Honest Junk, what happened there is back in 2016, I was gonna do my IVF. So I had a really hard time having a baby. I'm like just gonna say it to everyone watching. And so in
Thank you for sharing.
2016, yes, yes, I'm very open about it. And in 2016, I went to see a doctor in San Francisco because by that time, I had already been through so many failed IVFs in the Philippines.
Right.
So I read about this doctor in San
Yeah.
Francisco who is supposed to be like a last resort doctor. So
Yeah.
basically, the doctor you go to when, everything else has failed. And he put me on a very specific diet. He told me that I had to go gluten free and dairy free and alcohol free. Um, and so, of course, at that point, I was desperate. I was just willing to try anything.
Right.
And Michelle, it was so hard. It was really so hard because prior to that, I had never been on any kind of diet in my
Right.
life.
Right.
I grew up very like fairly thin, like kind of skinny, and I never had to diet. So like all of a sudden I had to change my lifestyle.
Right.
That was difficult.
And it is a
And
lifestyle change.
yes,
That's a lifestyle change.
exactly. It was a complete lifestyle change. And so I just remember thinking in my head, oh my gosh, like, am I going to be super hungry? I'm going to be hungry. And I was panicking. I didn't want to be hungry. So I ended up going to like a very popular health food store,
Okay.
and just basically bought a bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
everything that's gluten free and dairy free and whatever. And I remember at the end of that, so as I was paying for my bill, I was like, oh my goodness, like this is
You got to get a
crazy.
second
It
job.
was crazy expensive. It was so expensive. And I remember thinking in my head, and I think around about this time I called up Tina, who, is a good friend of mine and who knew that I was going through this IVF journey.
Right.
And I just told her, I said, Tina, like I just came from this store and I just bought a bunch of stuff and it's crazy. My bill is crazy, and I can't even understand how people can afford this,
How can you afford to be
how can you
healthy?
afford
Yeah.
yes, and
Right.
and in the Philippines, right?
Right.
So I was thinking in my head, why is it like that? Like, why is um like for a person who wants to be healthy, why are there so many challenges?
Right.
And
Right.
I felt that it should be the opposite. Like people should be encouraged to be healthy,
Right.
right? And of course, price, like the
Right.
price of goods should be something that would be affordable, because
Correct.
if not, why will you even choose that?
Right.
If you're, especially if like you're not, um, just especially if like you can't afford it,
Right.
like of course, right? So
Tina, were you a chef at that time already?
Yes. So
yes,
Okay.
previous to that, when did I go to 2000 and yeah, 2000. That's okay.
yeah.
That's how old I am. I don't
That's okay.
divulge
Age,
anymore.
age is just a
From
number.
New
Um,
York, right,
Just a
Tina?
number.
You went to New York.
yeah, so I went to New York and I studied culinary at the
Okay.
Culinary Institute of America, and my family's always been in the food business, but so we had like Coney Island ice cream, Go Nuts donuts, all these things. I was always entrenched in me to be part of the food business, but ice cream, donuts, they're not exactly the healthiest, right?
Well, ice cream
But
has
me,
calcium.
well, not that one. it's it's so pure in milk and sugar and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But and me personally, I've always been the outlier in the sense that I've always advocated health and wellness. So when Celine told me about her dilemma, I was like, yeah, it's the same for me.
Yeah.
My kids, their snacks are, because it's so expensive, the healthy ones are the
Yes.
treat ones, meaning that's what they get once in a while,
That's a
versus,
treat.
yeah, as a
Mhm.
treat,
I can
versus
relate.
what they eat every
Right?
day,
Yeah.
right? So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I think with my background, I'm gonna try and come up with some
Yes.
So
healthier
Yeah.
alternatives.
So Celine's food trip then
Yes.
led you guys to start brainstorming, and out of
Yes.
this came yummy gummy bears
Yes.
and
Yes.
cheese.
And
Cookies,
if I
cheese
may,
bars.
if I may add also, Michelle, I mean, like, I think aside from that, like, aside from the inspiration, it was also like, as we were thinking about it, we were like, we wanted to change the mindset of people about what
Yes.
honest, what healthy
Healthy. Yes.
means and what what it tastes like, especially what it tastes like. Because a lot of
Right.
people, especially children, if you say, oh, eat veggies or eat
Yeah.
something healthy, they're like, ew, that doesn't
Right.
taste
Yeah.
good or whatever.
Right.
And,
That's
and not
definitely a
just kids, like
mindset.
even exactly right.
Yeah.
But we figured, that's not true. We can
Yeah.
actually create like healthy food that would
Yeah.
taste good. You wouldn't even have to force people to eat it. They would
Right.
actually just like it.
Right.
And that's what we wanted to do,
Right.
Yeah.
and make it affordable.
And
Make
I
something
think
affordable.
you
Yeah.
absolutely achieved that goal, that
Yeah.
mission. And it's a great segue for us to share the yogurt dip that Tina
Oh,
created that is good for both moms and kids, people, anyone who loves to dip. Are you guys dippers? I'm a dipper.
I'm a dipper.
Okay, so
And a
let's go.
snacker.
Yes, and a snacker,
I'm a
absolutely, which is
multi-dipper. I
why
can dip
Honest
like
Junk is
many
so
things.
perfect for snackers and dippers like us. We can share that video. So, Tina, tell us, how you made the yogurt dip as the
Okay.
video rolls. While
Okay.
we're waiting for the video,
Mhm.
oh, there it is.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's me eating already.
So we'll start with that. First, you eat it.
Yeah, so here I just sliced up. I like to use local ingredients as much as possible. So this is cilantro. I just chopped it up, and then after that, I added into Greek yogurt. You can use any yogurt that you want. If you want Greek yogurt, if you want low fat yogurt, if you want just regular yogurt, depends if you like it more tangy, if you like it more sweet. That's your preference. And then I like to use dayap a lot, more than lemon. Dayap's
Interesting.
my favorite. So I
Okay.
put dayap, and I just put a pinch of cumin and a pinch of chili powder,
Mhm.
some salt and pepper, and then of course we eat it with our moringa cheese bars. So these cheese bars are made with real farm cheese with superfoods like moringa, which you can easily find here in the Philippines. And these are gluten-free cheese bars that Celine can eat.
Yeah.
Yes. Celine can eat them, and of course, anyone else who enjoys. You don't
Yeah.
have to be gluten-free to enjoy
Right.
them.
Yeah,
I
that's
will
true.
admit, I ate the sweet corn in one
Mm.
sitting with jelly. Jelly and
Yeah.
I just went to town on them after a
I love the
dentist
sweet
appointment
corn.
one day. They're perfect. I will also read some comments before we go on to the first
Mhm.
quiz the cook question. Tain Tahada actually said, I love Keels. Her daughter's name is
Oh,
Kiel, but she uses 2 L's instead of one. And she loves how it
that's so
smells.
nice. Thank
So
you.
it
Thank you
smells
so
really
much.
good.
Thank
Julie is
you.
also watching from Batangas. Nene says it's important to support small and local businesses.
Yes.
Oh, and Tyne's complaining. She said, oh, goodness, before it was always out of stock, but now she can find it. So, Tyne,
We solved that
Celine
issue.
right here. Celine and Tina are here. Just let them know.
That's true.
Okay,
It was
we'll just
always
make
out of
sure you
stock.
get your product.
Yeah.
All right, so this brings us to our first quiz, the cook question. So for those of you who are just tuning in, if you are watching from the Rappler or Mama and Manila Facebook page, you have a chance to win all of the goodies and all of the appliances that we will be featuring and sharing with you today during the episode. First, you must share the live stream. So if you are on Facebook, make sure to share the live stream, set it to public so we can see it. And of course, let everybody know, friends and followers, that they can tune in and learn something new as well, and how to treat their mamas if they want to treat them to something special. Up for grabs this episode is healthy goodies from Honest Junk, an anti-mosquito care package from Kiele Naturals, lump crab and claw meat from Pier 717. So you guys are going to get all of those things, all 5 winners. But for this round, because it's the first question, the first question will receive a glass kettle from Kusori, Philippines, and a floral arrangement from the Flower Gallery PH. So you guys can see that floral arrangement there created by Trixie Mutok. We'll bring her daughter on in a little bit, but it's so beautiful. It's timeless. I have actually received these flower arrangements from Trixie, and then I replant them. So it's like the gift that keeps on giving. So, of course, you must live in Metro Manila to receive these goods because some of it is perishable, guys. So, if your mom is in Manila and you are in the province, of course, this is the perfect Mother's Month gift for her. You can send it to her. And if not, you can send it to a friend or a cousin. Just make sure that it's a Metro Manila address so our partners can get the prizes to you. All right. So, for the first question, Tina, or do you want to read this one? So we'll flash the question up on the screen. Remember, guys, too, that the first person to answer correctly will win this one.
Okay.
So, when did Celine and Tina start Kiele Naturals, and what insect inspired its creation?
Okay, guys, we made that nice and easy for you, for everyone who is tuning in. Of course, we wanted to keep you on your toes. We love doing that as well. While we are waiting for the winner, because the comments will come in quite a bit. So, oh, they're so fast. You guys are so fast. I will wait for the team to let me know the winner. But while we are waiting, let's welcome Samantha onto screen.
Hi,
Hi,
guys.
Samantha.
Good afternoon. Hi, everyone.
Good afternoon. Okay, Samantha,
Hi,
before I
Sam.
get into asking you some questions, we will announce the winner. We have the winner for the first question. And congratulations, Athea Vernice. You are the first winner to take home because 2010, because Celine always gets bitten by mosquitoes. Yes, the mosquito is the insect that inspires it. And you know what? Celine and I were talking about it. So, guys, if you have that problem also,
Yes.
we have figured out that it may be because of your blood type. I don't know. We
Yes.
both have type O, right?
That's true. Like somebody told me that that if you are prone to mosquito bites, it might have something to do with your blood type, and it's usually a blood type O positive.
There you go. So yes, and I am O positive. So now Celine and I, and that also means we're the universal donors. And we're universal.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Samantha. How are you?
I'm good. How's everyone?
I'm good. It's a little early for me, but I'm excited to be spending time with all of you.
Yeah, same. I'm excited, and I can't wait to hear about everyone's stories and everything.
It's all about the stories, Samantha. So tell us the story of how you and your mom love, like, tell us a little bit. I know the Flower Gallery is one of it's your mom's pandemic baby, right? Tell us about how you guys like to entertain and do things together. When I first started chatting up your mom online, and then she was telling me about how you cook, and tell me about how you guys work together in the kitchen.
Okay. So actually, I'm a culinary graduate also, and my mom loves hosting. So we actually, before the flower gallery, we did grazing tables and like catering. So we, like, I would cook, and then she would be the one like setting up the table, doing like the centerpieces, fixing up like the flower arrangements. And then of course, like, the pandemic hit, so the events had to like take a pause. And then so she kind of started branching out to flower arrangements. That's how it kind of started. But we initially started with catering, and just like, we love to host. Me and my mom, we love, that's how we bond, actually, is hosting together with like family or friends. It's just so fun to like kind of get everyone together, and I think food and flower arrangements just make the perfect setting for a good dinner. So that's kind of how we bond.
It really does. We all bond over, we bond over the table. Breaking bread with someone, inviting them into your home is, that's kind of sacred. You're inviting people into your space, into your energy, and giving them such an experience. So I've seen your photos that you guys have posted online, not just of the grazing tables, but also, the arrangements, the beautiful arrangements that your mom has put together.
Yeah.
What inspired you to get into the kitchen?
Me, actually, my Lola loves to cook. So she would always make like different dishes and let me try. So I think that kind of inspired me as well since she always likes to feed me. So I got super interested in food, and then I went to culinary school, and then that's just how it started.
Okay, awesome. So you remind me of me and Gia. You guys remind me of how Gia and I like to uh, entertain together, or put a meal together. Does your mom enjoy cooking as well?
She likes plating, but not necessarily in the kitchen. So we
Well,
balance each
everybody
other.
has a job when you're in the kitchen, right? Everybody has a job. So your Lala, did she get you into the kitchen to help and cook, or did she just like preparing dishes and kind of serving them to you?
Mostly like preparing and serving it to me. And then that's when I start getting into food because we love
Okay,
to eat and she likes to feed. So that's how it all
wonderful.
started.
What's your favorite dish to make your mom?
Me, I love cooking her Thai food because her favorite cuisine is Thai. Or like Spanish foods. We bond over either Spanish or Thai cuisine. So yeah,
Okay,
that's her favorite.
wonderful. Speaking of Thai, I think your dish that you shared with us is Thai inspired. Is it Thai
Mm-hmm.
inspired?
Thai inspired,
Yes.
yeah.
All right, can you
Mhm.
walk us through how you made it?
Sure.
Let's show that
So
video.
So yeah, it's very simple. I kind of just got like the crab head as like a plating, and then I used like local ingredients I found in the market, so like ginger, onions, garlic, and then with the protein I used the clear crab meat, which was so good and fresh. It was so easy to use, and then of course a bit of coconut milk, and then I place it inside the air fryer, and then I use the crab head as like a like a dish, and then yeah, it's super simple to make actually, and it's really good. And then so that's kind of like the after product, and I just kind of put a little bit of edible flowers to kind of give it a different touch, just for
So
flavoring.
pretty. So pretty. You plated it so pretty. Did you plate that or did mom?
I plated that, and she added the garnishes in the side.
Awesome. Awesome. So it looks delicious, and I think it's perfect for treating mom and enjoying that with her. Um, So I think this brings us to another quiz the cook question. This is the second question. So for those of you who are tuning in, you guys know the drill. It's 1, 4, 3. And Selena and Tina will understand this. 4, 4. We have 5 questions. So it's 1, 4, 3, 4, 4. I know. Samantha, do you know what that means?
No.
So, Tina, do you want to share?
Nina, you share. I don't know what it
What
means
1, 4, 3,
actually.
4, 4
I
means?
love you.
I
Very
love
much.
you very much.
Oh.
It means I love you very much. And we are sharing the kitchen love here, which is why, Samantha, we asked you to make a dish that you would love to prepare. I'm glad that you chose something Thai because it's perfect for you to prepare for your mom. I do hope I get to meet her one day in person. And okay, quiz the cook question number 2. This is the second question. So the fourth person to answer correctly who has shared the live stream and lives in Metro Manila will get to take home all of these yummy prizes and, of course, new appliances and beautiful flower arrangements by Trixie and Samantha. There you go. So up for grabs, we have the floral arrangement. Let's see, from the Flower Gallery. And you will also win healthy goodies from Honest Junk, an anti-mosquito care package from Kiele Naturals, lump, crab, and claw meat from Pier 17. And the winner of this question, because it's the second question, will also receive a kettle from Kusori Philippines. So remember, it's commenter number 4. And so the question is, Samantha, do you want to read this question for everyone?
Sure. So, when did Sam's mom's love for flowers start?
So when did her love for flowers start? In other words, when did Flower Gallery start up? And we talked about that and the shift. And okay, let's read some of the comments. Someone is saying, "I love you very much, Marcy." Hi, Marcy. Marcy Guevara. We love you too. Tyne thinks Celine's laugh is adorable. I love the laugh of Celine. Um,
Thank you.
yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
Gloria is sharing something. Let's see. Gloria says Samantha and her mom's bonding are grazing tables. Okay. Yes. You guys do bond over creating the grazing tables and you over cooking and preparing. But the question did have to do with when did the Flower Gallery PH start? So while we are looking for the winner for that, let's bring on Gia, my daughter. I am so excited to welcome her on camera. I miss her. Hello, darling.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Everyone.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
You're missing me.
A whole 12 hours away from you.
Super far. Okay. So for this, this segment, we know that Samantha and Gia don't have to wait for Mother's Day to come around to honor Trixie, or right, Gia, me? Yes.
Yeah.
You honor me.
Honor me.
Okay. So Samantha, if you were to plan the perfect Mother's Day for your mom, what would that look like?
I would honestly, me and my mom love going to massages and going to spas. So I think that would be like we would start maybe going to the spa and then maybe me cooking for her and then end the night just watching a movie. I think that's what I would do for my mom if it's Mother's Day.
Super bonding, super relaxed, just the two of
Yeah.
you. Samantha, are you an only child? Do you have siblings?
I have 2 older brothers, but I'm the only daughter.
You're the only girl. Oh, what a blessing. Okay, let's see. While we're still figuring out the winners, Gia, do you want to share what you would plan for me? And Dad's listening, so he can help you make it happen when I
I think every year we try to do like something food related because it like Mother's Day is a way for you to just like relax a little bit. We'll take care of everything that needs to get done at home. So typically, I know but we try to plan for like a breakfast in bed. If you're already out of bed by that time, at least try to wake up early enough to bring you coffee. Because you're always up first. But Mother's Day for me, what I like to plan for you is like brunch, because I know you love brunch so much.
Why don't you share with everybody what you did for me for brunch for this Mother's Day? Because you actually flew in Mother's Day at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, we arrived. Me and my brother, we arrived at 4 a.m. on Mother's Day, and to make sure we had something for when we landed home, we brought home donuts from SK Donuts in LA, and we made sure to bring all my mom's favorite flavors that we tried the last time we were there. So we kind of built brunch around that, and I know that made her happy because how can you go wrong with donuts? But yeah.
Of course, she knows the way to her mother's heart is through her mother's belly.
Well,
yes, she brought me donuts. They brought avocados. They brought Haas avocados from LA, and they also
yes.
brought some
Yum.
fresh berries that they wanted to serve for brunch as soon as they
Yes.
got off the plane. It was super sweet.
Mhm.
I'm pretty simple, so I loved that they did that for me, my daughter. Thank you, daughter, for being so thoughtful, because you know exactly what I like. Okay, I think before we go on to Tina and Celine's perfect imaginary Mother's Day, or maybe a Mother's Day story or cuento of what their kids have shared with them, let's
Mhm.
announce the winner. I think
Mhm.
we have. So um, it looks like Gloria Francisco answered 2020, which was during the pandemic. And this is when Trixie and Samantha started putting together their arrangements. So during the pandemic, thank you, Gloria. Please make sure you are on the lookout for a message from the social media team of Rappler, and so we can get your contact details and send you over the prizes. So, guys, there are still 3 chances to win. So just hang tight. We're still here. We still have lots of fun things that we are going to chat about and, of course, share with everyone. Before we go on, where Gia will share a little bit more about what she created for an afternoon tea or a high tea if we were together. Tina,
Mhm.
Celine, what would be your ideal Mother's Day? What would be something, or maybe it's, something your kids have already done for you. Share with us something.
Tina can go first.
Um, my
Sorry,
ideal
teens.
Mother's Day would be like just to pamper myself, me time. Kids, I love you, but that's your gift to me. It's like time for myself. Maybe
Leave me
like,
alone.
yeah, or just no arguing for one day or something like that.
That's it. That's what I want. No
Right?
bickering.
Yes, no
Yeah.
bickering for one day.
Yeah.
I'll go off to the salon and get my hair done, my nails done, get
Gee,
a
what are you eating?
massage.
Kimchi cheese barks.
Yum.
Yay! Do you like it?
Samantha, feel free. You can open up a snack bag too if you like.
I actually ate 2 bags already yesterday. I was like
Nice.
sharing it with everyone because it was so good.
Oh,
Aw,
thank you,
thank
thank you,
you.
thank you.
Yum. Yum. Okay, Celine. Ooh,
Okay,
what
I'm
happened?
sorry.
my
Celine, tell us about your ideal Mother's Day
so
with
my
Iris and Matt.
ideal Mother's Day. Okay, so my little cute story, I guess, is um, it's only actually this year that has that Iris is aware that there is such a thing as Mother's Day, and I
She's 5.
remember, yes, she is 4,
4.
and she just randomly one day, like um we were just home, and like I was, just doing stuff, and she said, Mom, it's Mother's Day soon. And I was like, what? You know that? I was so touched, and then so she was like, yeah, it's Mother's Day soon. And she learned it obviously from school, right? Because she's going to preschool. And I remember asking her, so I said, do you have a gift for me? and, and
Hint,
then
hint, hint.
I know. And then she was like, no. And then she was like, Mama, can it just be baby's day? Why is it Mother's Day?
How cute.
But anyway, I mean, I just had to share that story because I just thought it was so funny. But like for me, really the gift
Mhm.
was that, like,
She knew.
wow, she knew,
She
that's
knew.
there was
She
such a
wanted to honor
thing.
you.
And it was the very first time. I mean, I've been a mother since 2017,
Right.
but it was really just the first time that I was like, oh my gosh, that Mother's Day actually really meant something more,
Yeah.
because it was coming from my daughter,
Yes. Yes.
versus like other people greeting me. But this time it was like my daughter who was like aware, and like I especially come, from my story, like coming from somebody who had the most difficult time. trying to have one. So
Yeah.
I was really like, wow. So I can actually say that this has been my best Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Day.
Yeah,
I love
because
it.
she,
I love it.
she knew, but it was just funny how she was like, "Can it be Baby's Day instead?"
So sweet. She was
It's
like,
all
"Yeah,
about her,
I'll honor you, Mom, but now it's all about me
but
again.
it's still about you.
Baby's Day again."
It's so funny. But I mean, of course,
So
in the
cute.
end, like she gave me like a candle that she made in nature school. So she goes to nature school. She made me a candle, and then in like her other preschool, because she goes to two schools. In her other school, she gave me like a card that she made. So I was just so touched. And that's
Aw,
it.
that
Yeah. But
is.
next year, I do hope to be pampered. That would be great.
Hey, Matt, are you watching? Hello, Matt.
Matt, I want to be pampered.
If you're watching. Okay. So thank you for sharing all of those really fun and heartwarming stories. Of course, Tina, I am with you. I would like to be left alone sometimes too. I want to just
Yeah,
be
because I have a son and a
home.
daughter, and all they do, they're like cats and dogs. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh Lord.
They grow out of it eventually and do it a little bit less, but when they're older, the wit and the sharpness of their bickering it evolves.
The
So
key word there is eventually.
eventually, yeah,
Yeah.
eventually. Okay. All right. So Gia, tell us about what you made, because I did task you to make something using the Kosori air fryer. And I wanted you, so Gia and I, like, we'll challenge each other and we'll send each other like TikTok recipes or Instagram things or Pinterest pins. And we'll be like, let's make this or let's try it. Especially
Let's do
when we're
this.
on like a kick. Gia and I
Yeah.
love brunch and we also love tea. So, knowing that we were coming together for this, I said, can you make something with the crab using the air fryer that is perfect or like dainty for afternoon tea?
Dainty.
Yeah. So, G, tell us what you made while we roll the video.
So me and you, when we came up with it together, we decided together, was like a crab puff. So it was actually super easy. Here's the finished product. That's crab puff.
You used a puff pastry, no?
Yes. So here I'm just grating some cheese into some whipped cream cheese for the crab mix. There's a little bit of mustard, everything bagel seasoning, salt and pepper. And then the crab meat that I used here is the lump crab from Pier 717. 717, yeah. It was super easy.
Pretty.
The thing that I love the most is that there's no shell, so it's just all the fun of eating crab, but none of the work.
Yes.
And then I put it all in a piping bag so that it would come out easier onto the little puff pastry rounds that I cut out. One thing I super loved about this air fryer is that you could preheat it. And when you're working with puff pastry, you want your oven to be hot already. So I preheated the air fryer and then I rolled out the puff pastry and cut it into little hearts because, dainty afternoon tea things, Mother's Day.
Hearts because you love your mom.
Oh, I love her so dearly. I love you so dearly, Mother. And I used a smaller little heart to like mark where I wanted to put the crab mixture, the crab filling. And then here I'm just making an egg wash and putting that on the puff pastry. And then I'm just filling it. So actually, for the ones that I didn't put into the air fryer right away, I put them back in the freezer because I only did a couple at a time.
Oh, so you just prepped it.
Yeah, I prepped it because I wanted it to like puff up the most it could, and puff pastry does better when it's colder. And it's so hot here that while I was doing it, it was kind of like getting melty. But they came out super nice. The puff pastry was very even, and I loved that. And here's the puff.
Cute.
So nice.
Super yummy. Have some here.
You did well, babe. They
Yes,
look
yeah.
delicious. Can you make them for me when I come home too?
Sure.
Cute.
Yeah.
All right. So the beautiful thing about Kusori now, this is an American appliance that is now available in the Philippines. They're small appliances. So for everyone who's tuning in today, who wins, you'll either get an air fryer, a kettle for afternoon tea, or a coffee warmer. And these appliances are now available here. You can follow them on the Kusori Philippines Facebook page. You can also follow them on Instagram on the Kusori Philippines official, and they're on TikTok and Twitter of Kusori Philippines or Kusori PH. So these are really easy to use. Samantha, how did you feel about using? You also used it for the coconut crab.
Yeah, it was so easy to use. And like what Gio was saying, I love the preheat feature because I haven't seen any air fryer that you could just preheat. So I really love that. And also, I like how you can really adjust the temperature. It's not like the one you just twist. So you're like unsure if you put it in the right temperature that you want. So like when you can like actually press and make sure you get the right temperature. I think that's why I loved it so much. And super easy to clean and use.
Right. So that was what I was going to ask also. It's, a lot of times I would shy away from using the air fryer if it's hard to clean.
The
Because,
worst part.
right?
Yeah.
And so they're both easy to clean. Gee, how was it in your very easy?
What I liked for this one is it's a whole basket. So it's one piece, the insert.
Okay.
I can Ooh. Oh, it has plastic. But this whole thing, we put it back carefully. Didn't want to.
Oh, you guys are so good. You really put it back. Are you putting it back in the box?
I don't want to be careful with it. But it's one whole thing. Wait here, fix that.
There. Okay, so it snaps out.
Yeah. And the sides have like little vents.
So
and
it
stuff.
even ventilates there.
Yeah. And another thing, like the handle, because I don't know how many times I've picked up like the air fryer and I've accidentally pressed the button and the whole bottom part like has fallen. This has a button, so you can slide up for when you want to release the basket from the bottom.
So you won't accidentally do that.
Yes.
Tyne is very proud of you. She says, very good. You are taking care of the air fryer very well.
It has to be brand new when you come home too.
Because I have to open it like I just received it.
Yeah.
And Tina K. Termelo Garcia is saying hello. So you can give her a quick shout out if you'd like
Hi,
to say
Kay.
Hi,
Hi.
Thanks, Kay, for tuning in. We're so glad that you're here. Kay was actually guested. She guested a while back for our French episode, and she made tarte tatin.
yum.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I love my kitchen adventures with Kay when she was just starting out cooking. So, okay, guys, I think this brings us to another quiz, the cook question. It's the third question. So, of course, 5 winners will be taking home goodies. Of course, everyone is receiving healthy goodies from Honest Junk, an anti-mosquito care package from Kiele Naturals, lump, crab, and claw meat from Pier 17. And the winner for this round will be receiving a coffee warmer from Kusori Philippines and a floral arrangement from the Flower Gallery. Remember that you need to be watching on Facebook, right? And you're commenting on Facebook, either on the Mama in Manila page or the Rappler page so that we can see your comments. You must live in Metro Manila, and we would like you to have shared the live stream already. Please set it to public so our team can see it. If you haven't shared the live stream and you answer correctly, you still won't win, guys. You have to share the live stream. We are sharing kitchen love here. So go ahead and hit that share button so that we can share some prizes with you as well. Hashtag sharing is caring. Okay, Gia, can you please read our third question?
Surely, mother. Where is Kosori from?
All right. So while we are waiting for the winner to go ahead and answer correctly, and I want to talk about Pier 717 because I know, Samantha, you worked with the crab and Gia worked with the
Mhm.
crab. So I want to talk about this product because I've been using it for years. I used to buy it in SNR when I was still living in Alabang. It
When
would
it
have
was
this
still the
little
clear
tub.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember?
Yeah.
It was a little tub, but now they've kind of shifted to lata. They've shifted to
Yeah.
cans. So it's
Mm.
like 1 pound cans of the different kinds of crab meat. They have they have jumbo, colossal, jumbo, and claw, right?
Mhm.
And you guys both worked with I think you both chose to work with the jumbo
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
The lump.
for the recipes. Lump.
Mm.
Yeah.
You worked with
Yeah.
the lump.
Yes.
Okay.
Jumbo lump.
So
Yes.
how did you find the product? And I know Gia, you said it was easy because no work.
Yes.
Samantha?
And I love crab, so
Yeah.
it's all the fun.
Same. Yeah, like it's like you get the good, but then you don't have to do all the peeling and everything. And the
Yeah.
taste and the texture of the product is so good. It
Mhm.
doesn't like feel like it like tastes like crab and feels like crab. So I really like that. And when I was reading their Instagram, they really source it from like the local farmers, which I really appreciate. So support local. And
Yes.
so yeah, I really like how sustainable and how good the item was. That was my
Yeah.
favorite. It's so easy to use and cook with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super.
Mm.
Me and my dad, the next day, we made another type of crab dish, and even the claw meat was super fresh. You could see,
Mm.
like, if in the lump one, you could see each little lump. In the claw one, you could see each little one too, and it was
Right.
like it felt fresh, like you said,
Mm.
and just super yummy,
I
super
really like
easy.
looking at it too when you open the can because it's just
Mm.
placed so pretty. Of course, Samantha and I know Gia, she's super conscious and mindful. The fact that it's sustainable, the fact that it's local. Angelica, the woman behind the brand, is very mindful about how the farming practices of the crab and how it's packaged and how everything is done just really so much more mindfully. It's easy to support and enjoy a product that makes kitchen recipes and kitchen love easier as well. So, yes to local and proudly Pinoy. I think we have a winner. It looks like Latte Yao. Latte answered from America. So, Kosori is a brand from the States. And if you guys are interested, on Shopee right now, they are giving us a special discount code for using the voucher code COK143200. You will get 200 pesos off for a minimum spend of 5,000. So you guys can go ahead and shop and use that
Mhm.
code. And of course, enjoy using the air fryer that you can preheat, that's easy to clean. And of course, perfect for the kitchen counter. We've always had an air fryer in our kitchen. We may have like jumped from different brands, but we certainly love brands that are easy to use and easy to clean.
Most
So,
important, easy
and
to
yeah,
clean.
so you used the jumbo. I think you used the jumbo in your crab recipes.
Mm.
But
Mhm.
if we were going to look at the three different brands, the three different varieties, sorry, the three different varieties of Pier 717, it's Colosso, Jumbo, and Claw. So, Gia, use
Mhm.
the Claw for another recipe you were saying.
Yes.
You and I, yeah. Tell us about that recipe because we'll share that also, guys. We'll share
Mhm.
the recipes on my column on Thursday. So Tina will share the Greek yogurt recipe, the dip.
Mhm.
Samantha will share her coconut crab, and Gia is going to also share the cheesy crab puffs. Tell us
Yeah.
about the crab recipe that you made with Dad.
So Samantha, I actually also super love Thai food, and one
Right?
of my mom and I's favorite Thai places. Um, they have like this crab curry, and it's also like just crab meat, so you don't have to take everything out of the shell. And I wanted to see, since we had the crab and it was so like the Pier 717 crab is so convenient to use. I wanted to see if we could replicate that recipe. So we made like a yellow curried crab, and it was so super yummy, so super easy. It was done in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I can't wait to make it for you, Mom.
And I love that it's 10 minutes and it's easy. Yum. Pass the rice.
Yeah.
I need that recipe in my life. 10 minutes.
No, Celine, you're cooking all by yourself now because you're in Canada.
Exactly. So I need that. Any 10-minute recipe, please share.
Yes. Done. Consider it done, my friend. Okay. So Latte, please look out for the social media team. They will send you a message so that we can get your prizes to you in Metro Manila. All right, guys. We talked about, Gia and I talked about brunch. I also love afternoon tea. I think these are my two favorite meals. Celine, I know that, well, your husband is British.
My
yes?
husband is half British and half Filipino.
Okay. So tell us a little bit, because I love afternoon tea just because I love little finger sandwiches and all these. I like things to
It's
be
pretty. Yeah, exactly, because it's pretty.
pretty and dainty. Tell us a little bit about what afternoon tea is like, because you've actually had afternoon tea in, where your husband is from.
Okay, so like afternoon tea is something that I learned to just enjoy because well, my mother-in-law is English and we visit. Oh, there she is. Hi, Mom. That's my mother-in-law and Matt's grandmother actually. So that's Iris's great grand on the rightmost, and that's her grandmother on the in the middle. So anyway, we go to England a lot and we do our high tea there, and it's just it's like what you said. It's like just a very special thing to do. It's obviously a very English tradition, and I remember like with when Iris was born, I just wanted to introduce her. I mean, I still want to do it. Like I always want her to, like, as much as I like introducing her to her Filipino side, I also want to introduce her to her English side. Right. And so so like high tea is like a very easy thing to do. I can do it here in Canada. I can do it in the Philippines.
Right.
But it's extra special when you can do it in England, right?
Yes.
So
super.
And and even here, like let's say for example, I make, like, she's learned how to do shortbread with me. We make shortbread together. And like
I'd like that recipe.
It's only 3 ingredients, girl.
So easy.
So I'll share
and I
that
love
with
shortbread.
you. Yes. So it's traditional Scottish shortbread. But anyway, so like it's just something that we don't do often, but when we do, it's special. And like one of my favorite memories is when we took Iris to her first high tea experience, and we did
love these photos.
So and we did it in a place called Highclere Castle. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with Highclere Castle, but basically if you watch Downton Abbey, it's basically where where they film it. That's their home.
I think we have a photo of that too. No, we have a photo of the castle.
Yes. So
hopefully we can pull that up and share that.
So
okay, if we can, I know from my friend Fiona, who's also English. I know her through the foundation, through Best Buddies. She shared afternoon tea with us, and she's even shared afternoon tea with our beneficiaries, with her daughter Jessica, who's one of our Best Buddies ambassadors. It's really like a pause.
Yes.
Right? It's like it's time to just kind of sit and chat about pleasantries
and be in the moment.
Yes. Yeah. So afternoon tea is about being in the moment, which so many times we can get caught up in our motherhood and not really. I mean, like, I know we have these mommy moments where we're like, we got to get all these things done. But afternoon tea with the kids, who, whether they're younger or bigger, however we want to do it, it's just, it's the
Mhm.
time where we can also pause. If you're not able to go to the castle where
Yeah.
Celine has
Hudson
gone to,
Castle, yeah.
you can go hop over.
There,
Oh, there it is. There's the
there it
castle
is. Yeah,
with
so
Matt.
we did it in the garden. Look how happy he looks. Matt was like, "Oh, it's her first high tea." So we did it in the garden, but actually you can do a formal high tea inside the castle, but we opted not to do that because, then she would have just like grabbed onto stuff and God knows what she would
Yeah,
have like
she's small
broken
there.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. You were
So we did it in the
so,
garden.
yeah,
Yeah.
you were
Which
really
is
good
so
about
nice
making that
though.
decision.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm sure she enjoyed it more, being able to run around as
She
well.
did. That was her very first taste of a scone. So
Yeah. So, if ladies, gents, if you cannot make it all the way to the castle for tea, you can hop on over to. So, some of the pictures that were flashed on the screen earlier, hopefully we can flash them again. I've gone to high tea in Raffles, so they have a champagne afternoon tea in Raffles in Makati, and then I've also gone to Marco Polo, and they have an afternoon tea set as well that's very actually quite affordable. Whenever you go for tea, you go for tea with a friend, and it's enough to have like a little bit of savory, a little bit of sweet, which is kind of, I don't know about you ladies, but I like a little bit of everything. I want to taste a little
yes.
bit, and of course have all of the different textures. So
Yes.
going along with this, we always need the tea. Now, Gia and I haven't been completely traditional in our tea choices for afternoon tea.
Yes.
But we do like to make tea, and we like to make it quickly too. So,
We like to
G, tell us,
explore.
we like to what?
To explore with our
To explore
teas.
different teas. Yes, we do. 'Cause
Yes.
we really do like teas.
Yes.
And that's been ever since. Like, we'll just sit, even at the end of the day, each of us with a big mug of tea, not necessarily a cup of tea. So,
Yes.
tell us about what you made with the Kosori kettle.
Yeah. So we're waiting for the video.
Yeah, we're going to roll it.
Yes, yes.
We'll roll that tea video.
So this was actually so super easy because the Kasori tea kettle boiled the water so quickly. I think when I was reading the box, it said like 5 to 7 minutes, and I was so surprised that it really was. It took like maybe 3 or 4 with how much water I put. I put maybe just over like 500 ml, and then so here we're boiling the water, and it was so quick. Pouring the water over the butterfly pea leaves, the tea, and then letting it steep, and then pressing it, and then pouring it out. I have some now too. Ooh. A little sugar, and then here, there's like this thing online why the butterfly pea tea is so popular is if you add a little bit of lemon juice, it changes color. So yeah, it goes from like blue to like a pinkish purple.
Cute.
Yeah, super yummy. Have some now too.
So, Celine, question: should we have our tea with a spot of sugar, or should we have it with cream? How does it normally work when you are enjoying tea in?
Okay. So you know what? It's really about preference, but definitely a lot of people they have it like with a splash of milk or cream and like a cube of sugar. Some people just like it plain, but like there's no, how's the word? You're not like, you don't need to worry about like butchering your tea if you add like milk or sugar. If that's what you're worried about, there's really no rules, in that sense. Like you can enjoy it the way you want. So, but traditionally you can, like, it's not against the traditional rule, I guess, if you do it. Yeah. I like it with milk and sugar.
Okay, great. You're drinking do you have a little sugar in your tea?
Yeah, there's a little sugar in this, but
you didn't put lemon in that one.
I didn't put it. It matches my shirt.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I thought that was cute.
I'm so glad you think of all of these things. Your attention to detail.
Sometimes though, I think it's nice to like just taste it first, like before you add on anything, just so that you can really
decide.
You can decide, and you can just like taste the flavors first,
Right.
and then after you can, if
The
you want
same
to
way
add
you would
something.
taste your food first before adding
Exactly,
pepper
exactly.
or
Yeah, yeah,
salt.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay. Celine, we have Joel Kison who just said hello. And
Hi,
he gave you a little
Joel.
heart. So, hi,
Oh,
Joel. Thanks for tuning in. We're so glad that you're here.
hi,
Jamer
Joel.
thinks
I
it's
miss
funny
you.
that I said to pass the rice earlier. Guys, you can't eat crab curry without rice.
Yeah,
Bleh.
true, true.
Okay, this brings us to our next quiz the cook question. Remember that you should be watching either from the Rappler or the Mama in Manila Facebook page. This is the fourth question, right? This is the fourth. This is the fourth question. So this means it's the fourth person, 14344. So fourth person to answer correctly who has shared the live stream, lives in Metro Manila, and knows the correct answer. So up for grabs, we have healthy goodies from Honest Junk, an anti-mosquito care package from Kiele Naturals, lump crab and claw meat from Pier 717. And the winner for this round, guys, drum roll, will receive an air fryer from Kosori, Philippines, guys. You will love this appliance. It's fantastic and easy to use. Again, make sure you have to live in Metro Manila. You must share the live stream and it has to be set to public. Our social media team is monitoring, and of course, they cannot name you a winner if you did not share the live stream. Question number 4, I will read for you. What are the different products from Pier 717? So, guys, this is something we mentioned earlier. We were talking about it when Gia and Samantha were talking about their recipes and the things that they did make. So there's lots of variety there, and you can go ahead and give us those answers. These answers, oh gosh, they're so fast. They're so fast. Okay. I think some may have even Googled or followed Pier 717 to see what they have,
I hope
which
they
is totally
followed.
okay. That's totally okay. Again, guys, also while you're answering, and for those viewers who are new to coming into the show and like spending time with us in the kitchen, if there's anything you want to learn about, or if there's, something that you think, we should go out and try, let us know. Leave sections in the leave comments in the comment section.
Comment section.
Yeah, I was just leave sections. Leave comments in the comment section, or suggestions. Let us know what you would like to learn about. Let us know if there's something you want to learn more about, something that we did, because we've featured all kinds of cuisines. Maybe it's time to do a Thai episode because Samantha and Gia were both saying how much their moms love Thai. So
Yes.
Thai food, and Gia loves Thai food too. So maybe this is something we can explore. So go ahead, guys, and give us those suggestions. We do have, so I'm not sure how many of our viewers here have been with us from the start, but we are coming up on, of course, you've been with us from the start. um, so, if you have been here from the start, you guys would know that we are coming up on 1 year. It has been 1 year that we have been sharing the kitchen love. This is my pandemic baby. I'm so excited that I get to share some of these recipes and my friends and all of the different things that I love, with all of you viewers. And I'm really excited, as Kitchen 143, you never know. We may just take this on the road further than, well, I know I'm on the road right now, and so is Celine. Celine is in Canada and I'm in Jersey. But I'd love to start exploring some food in our own home country. I think it would be beautiful to be able to do that. So I think we may have a winner. Let's just double check. We do. Congratulations, Nancy Atos Habana. You answered correctly with colossal crab, lump, jumbo, and claw, complete with hugs and kisses. Thank you, Nancy, for tuning in. Make sure that when the social media team reaches out to you, you provide the team with a Metro Manila address, phone number, and contact information so we can get your products to you. We're so thankful that you guys are tuning in. Of course, we want to share these things with you. And remember that we're also learning in the process, right? We learn from our guests, we learn from our experts, the chefs who come on and visit us. And of course, we want to share that with all of you. Okay. Let's see. Samantha, do you have a message for your mom you want to share? This is Mother's Month after all.
Yes, not mother. We should like love our moms every day. So I hope she continues her passion and doing what she loves, which is art and um, flower arrangements. So I wish her the best in that and making more beautiful things for beautiful people. So that's what I would want to tell my mom.
Wonderful. That's a beautiful message for your mom. Celine, Tina, do you want to share a message for your mamas or maybe your mama friends, or mothers you look up to? Because I know I have my mother, right, and I have a mother-in-law, and of course we have grandmas who we look up to as well. But I also have friends who provide inspiration in my motherhood. So would you like to share anything?
Well, just a message from my mom. Mom, I love you. And she's in Manila now, so I really miss you.
Aww.
Wish you were here. And
Yeah, it's so hard to be away,
I
no?
know, and I just want to say thank you so much for everything. I understand now.
Yes. That only took 4 years.
I understand now. I'm
I
sorry
understand.
for everything I put you through, but anyway, I love you. That's it.
Thank you. Tina?
I guess for my mom, like, thank you for being such a superwoman in our lives, being our pillar of strength, um, guidance, and inspiration, and epitome of love. And I can only hope to pay it forward with my own children.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do. So my own message for my mom, of course, is similar to Tina, always, being the one that brings us together. Thanks, Mom. I know you're just sleeping in the next room over, or maybe you're awake already. I hope you're watching. um, thank you for always bringing us together, for sharing your own kitchen love, which has inspired me to share that and pay it forward with others as well. I know that cooking and preparing for us and for your family was your language of love, and that was how you served us, and I definitely have inherited that from you, and I love that. That's something I love, bringing people around the table. And of course, so now I saved the best for last. Gia, what's your message for your mom?
My mom, I don't know. Thank you for being my best friend, for always supporting me, for pushing me. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, I love you. You're gonna make me cry.
Every time you ask me to do this, I end up crying. That's it. I love you. Happy Mother's Day.
Aw, I love you.
I don't want to cry more.
Don't make me cry. My eyelashes are gonna come off.
Me too.
Okay, guys, we do have one last quiz the cook question. Of course, we can't go away with our fifth winner not winning, right? We have to give you all 5 winners are going to have an opportunity to take home some fun stuff. Again, we hope you live in Metro Manila. We would like you to have shared the live stream and, of course, make it set to public. We can't give these prizes to you if you did not share the live stream. Sharing is caring. Up for grabs is an air fryer from Kosori, Philippines. You will also get some healthy goodies from Honest Junk, an anti-mosquito care package from Kiele Naturals, lump, crab, and claw meat from Pier 717. Guys, this is enough to not just pamper your mom, but also pamper the whole family. So you can definitely enjoy this with everyone, right? And it's good for you. It's mindful, and it's especially the air fryer is a gift that will keep on giving. Okay, so let's see, Gia, you haven't read a question. Oh no, actually, I'd like Celine to read this one. Celine, could you read this question for
Okay.
our viewers?
All right. Here's the question. What event prompted the formation of Honest Junk?
Okay, so while we are waiting for the fourth person to answer correctly, we will go ahead and ask Samantha. Samantha, where can everyone follow and see your mom's floral arrangements and the work that you guys do together, and how can they follow you and the flower gallery? And are you doing things where like you're catering? I know you said you guys do small entertaining for your family and friends, but is this something you are doing also as things kind of open up? Are you doing that also? Will you go to someone's home and prepare a meal and set the table and everything?
Okay, so first you guys can follow us on Instagram. There's like Instagram is the Flower Gallery, and then there's another one for the catering, which is Mikasa. So it's more for like the food. Um, for the event, like wait, I'm echoing. Am I echoing a bit? Sorry. But yeah, basically what we are planning to do next is like a pizza catering style. I know it's a thing, so like we are opening like a segment soon where you can hire the catering service and then we can make pizzas for your small dinner. So
Oh,
yeah,
that
that's
sounds fun.
yeah. It's still in the
So,
process, but that's coming up soon for the flower gallery and the Mikasa combined.
okay, tell me again, what's the handle of the catering?
Mikasa,
Mikasa, M-I?
yeah,
A-S.
Micasa. Yes.
Okay, so guys, go ahead and follow Samantha at Mikasa, and
Mhm.
of course the Flower Gallery. I thought it was the Flower Gallery PH. It's the Flower Gallery.
Yes, I think it's the flower gallery. Let me just double check. The flower gallery PH. That's correct.
Yes, that's what I thought. Great. Okay. So, guys, go ahead and follow them. You could talk to Trixie. She can create something that is, special, not just for your mom, but if there's any other kind of special occasion that you have coming up that you'd like to set the table with, or send over to someone you love. Tina and Celine, let's start with Tina. Where can they follow you
Uh,
or
Me personally, no, just
adventures?
kidding.
Yeah. Well, of
Oh,
course you, and then
no.
Honest Drunk
Yeah.
and Keel.
So for Honest Junk, we haven't. I have to check. We have our website, myhonestjunk.com. Of course, I turned off my phone. Sel, do you have our because of my daughter
Sorry.
calling?
Okay.
Our handle and IG
Okay. So for
is
Honest
Honest
Junk, it's
Junk.
just Honest Junk
It's
at
just
Honest
Honest Junk.
Junk. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then
And then
for Kiele
Kiel,
Naturals, it's also just Kiele
just
Naturals
Kiel
at Kiele
Naturals. Yeah.
Naturals.
And then
For
our
our
website
website
for
for Honest
Kiel,
Junk is myhonestjunk.com.
myhonestjunk.com.
And for
And
Kiele, it's kielenaturals.com.
we're also on Shopee and Lazada. And we promise
Yeah.
you we're no longer out of stock. So
Yes.
you can you can buy it anytime from Shopee or Lazada or on our website. And we have
If we're out of stock,
many
you can hunt for
new
Tina.
stuff. Yeah.
You can find her at Tina Lagdameo at Tina
Oh my
Lagdameo.
god. Don't have me.
Wonderful, ladies. Celine. So, is
Yeah.
there anything else you guys would like to plug and share with the viewers? Any projects coming up, things that you may have in the works?
Okay. Well, for Kiele Naturals, we do have a new scent that's going to be launching very, very soon, like tomorrow. um,
Awesome.
yeah,
Oh,
and
that's perfect.
it's a new anti-mosquito baby cologne. So that's kind of like what we're famous for, our anti-mosquito baby colognes. So we started with Kiele, and then we had Chibeli, and tomorrow we are going to launch with
Iris.
Iris. So it's named after my daughter. Smells so
Aw,
good and
love
very
it.
effective. It's effective against mosquitoes. So, I hope you guys can support and try it. And yeah, it's named after my daughter.
Love it.
So,
Hashtag love local.
yeah, love
Okay.
local.
Gia, would you like to share your social media handles in case anyone wants to follow you?
No, they can follow me when they follow you.
Okay. She only now just came out of like being private. So she's still embracing it. And that's okay.
Yes.
I think we have a winner. I think we have a winner. We do. Okay, Lexis de Castro Villapando. They want to feed healthy food to their kids without breaking the bank.
The
All
best.
right. So yes, and breaking the bank. This was when Celine, of course, visited and had some
Yes.
healthy. She was trying to get pregnant, right? And she had these challenges, and she saw how expensive everything was to eat
yes.
healthy. So they both came together and realized breaking the bank. Eating healthy should not break the bank.
Exactly.
Okay, so guys, this has been a wonderful episode where we have celebrated Mother's Month with these beautiful mothers and these beautiful daughters. Thank you, Samantha, and of course, thank you, Celine and Tina, for joining us, and thank you to my love, my first baby, Gia, for joining me on screen and giving me that little tearjerker moment. And here's Miguel, who just arrived.
Hi.
Mother's Month.
Oh,
So
hello.
we're together now. You can tell Dad G that we're together and Meg is safe. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you in a couple of weeks. Our first anniversary is coming up, and you never know, we may go on the road. So see you guys soon.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, girls. Thank you for having us,
Thank
Michelle.
you for having us.
Thank
Michelle.
you
Yeah.
for
It was
joining.
nice to meet
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Thank you. And thank you and good night.
Good morning.
It's time for me to sleep. Good night. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.